Yo guys, InsaneGamer52 here, and today I'm going to show you the absolute fastest way to complete the new Clover Craze event in Black Ops 6. I did hours of testing every mode, and after finding the best strategy per mode, here are my results. I'm going to give you the straight stats right now and go into the strategies for every mode later in the video. All of these include loading times and not just in-game time, so should be pretty accurate for how long it should take you to do this in real time. Plunder was an odd one. I got 138 clovers in a 28-minute game, which is 4.9 clovers per minute, meaning you could complete the event in about 6 hours and 6 minutes. But honestly, the last 10 minutes were worthless since I died and dropped into an area that was already looted. So if you want to just include my productive time in Plunder, it was 122 clovers in 18 minutes, which is 6.5 clovers per minute, and could complete the event in 4 hours and 36 minutes. There is always the chance of dying or going somewhere that someone has already looted, but from previous events, I was usually able to stay off the radar for the whole match. I would consider the end of my Plunder match an anomaly and think the shortened match is more representative of what Plunder matches usually yield. For zombies, I got 162 clovers in 25 minutes, which is 6.4 clovers per minute, meaning you could complete the event in about 4 hours and 42 minutes. And finally, in multiplayer, I got 139 clovers in 16 minutes, which is 8.3 clovers per minute, meaning you could complete the event in 3 hours and 36 minutes. Like I said, hours of time was spent researching before I recorded these games. I tried a bunch of different playstyles, and they all had varying results. These are the ones that gave the highest clovers per minute on the most consistent basis. Since these things are RNG though, and some playstyles require more skill, results could definitely vary from player to player. Getting into the strategies, the Plunder one is super straightforward. All you want to do is loot. When the match starts, go ahead and drop as far from the plane as you can, since there should be little to nobody going all the way out there. This reduces the chance that you'll loot a place that has already been looted, and it also means that you should hopefully encounter less players and spend less time dead. When you land, try and aim for the group of buildings furthest away. Then work your way inwards while still trying to stay near the edge of the map and continue moving from POI to POI while looting as quickly as possible. You want to loot literally everything. If it can be opened, it can give you a clover. This means loot boxes, duffel bags, weapon lockers, even medicine cabinets can give you clovers, so loot literally everything you see. The one thing that I didn't find a single clover in was cash registers, so you're fine to avoid those. If you see a cash deposit balloon, feel free to pick it up and deploy it. Since you're looting so much and avoiding death, you will naturally acquire a lot of cash. This means that you can become a high-value target. To reduce the risk of this, you want to deposit your money every so often and keep the least amount on you as possible. If you run into a player and get killed, parachute to a different area that is still far away from the original plane path and start looting again. Players can give you clovers when you kill them, but there's no guarantee, so I would just try to avoid them if possible. From my research, you should be able to get all 1,800 clovers for the event in about 4 to 5 hours using the strategy. Next up is zombies. The strategy here is get into a directed mode match and continue saving and quitting. I recommend doing this on Liberty Falls since it's the easiest to get set up. All you have to do is open up to the church and your round cap will be round 11. Now you want to grab the GS45 from spawn or even any gun that you want to grind gold, opal, or afterlife camos for and get it to pack 1 blue. Head up to the bank rooftop, and this is where you're going to spend your whole match. The bank roof has the fastest spawns on the map, especially if you keep this back zip line closed. You want to save and quit the first time you get here. When you load back in, just play for 3 rounds, then save and quit again. You're going to continue doing this for the entire time you're grinding. After 3 rounds, the clover drop rate really decreases, so your time is better spent saving and just loading up again to reset that 3-round soft cap. Clovers only last for 15 seconds before despawning, so make sure to pick them up quickly. I recommend not killing zombies until they're on the rooftop, so don't kill them as they're climbing and don't kill them inside the window if you can avoid it. This is why I only recommended a blue PAP1 GS45 since purple or PAP2 will kill a lot more zombies on the edge of the blast radius. Sometimes when you load in, it will be a bug round. If it is, then the fastest spawns for this are going to be dropping down into the alleyway and sitting next to this window. Then when the round is done, head up to the zipline above Speed Cola and just crank the next 2 rounds on the rooftop. From my research, you should be able to get all 1,800 clovers for the event in about 4 to 5 hours using this strategy. And finally is multiplayer. Multiplayer is highly dependent on your own skill, so this is going to have the most varying results from player to player. I would consider myself a well above average player, so I could get a good amount of kills and survive long enough to collect the clovers too. The strategy here is playing Stakeout 24/7. Any small map will do since you can get really fast kills on all of them, but in my opinion, Stakeout is the easiest to go collect the clovers. I recommend using an SMG or shotgun for the best results, but any weapon that you're able to run a gun with will work, even a melee weapon. Try to pre-aim corners where you know players can be, so you're ready to shoot as soon as they appear on your screen. It helps to keep an eye on the minimap so you can try to tell when spawns slip and should turn around. If you see your teammates all on the side of the map that you're running towards, then turn around because the enemies are probably spawning behind you. I recommend avoiding the long hallway since you're using a close quarters weapon, and this is usually where snipers and LMGs like to camp. Again, clovers only last for 15 seconds before despawning, so make sure to pick them up quickly if possible. The nice thing is that Stakeout is a small enough map that even if you die, you can still run to the other side and try to collect any clovers from players that you previously killed. From my research, you should be able to get all 1,800 clovers for the event in about 3 to 4 hours using this strategy, but again, it highly depends on your own skill level. If you ever want help with anything zombies, I stream with viewers multiple times a week and have an active Discord community who are always helping each other out. If you found this guide helpful, let me know by dropping a thumbs up. And feel free to subscribe for more in-depth guides in the future.